What's going on YouTube? This is ParkerLight88 coming at you with another video. Got some ranked matches for you guys with commentary. Gonna be mixing these up, between like post-match commentary and then real-time commentary with my reactions and whatnot. But anyway guys, coming at you with a new team here. We got Daishi, Jen, and Macedon Sentry. This was a new team that I was working on for a while. I could never get any matches to record just because I thought that my internet was sucky and because my matches kept on dropping. Ended up turning off my my crossplay, and even though I haven't been getting as many matches, at least they're holding. Internet still isn't fantastical, but it's okay. But enough about me, let's go ahead and get into these matches here. First, we're going up against a Shadow Ranger, a Red Ranger, and a Zeo Gold. I've actually played this guy a couple of times, and his Red Ranger was actually giving me a lot of trouble. But you guys will see shortly enough. Tagging into Jen here, one thing I noticed when I was playing this team is I was having a lot more trouble with Jen than Daishi. I'm pretty comfortable with Daishi as far as what his game plan is, which I'll talk about a little bit more later, but Jen was a little bit more of a struggle. She's a really good vortex heavy mix-up character, as I've talked about before, and on paper she has decent mid-range buttons, but when I'm not in the mid-range, it's kind of like, what do I do? And there were plenty of situations where, let's say I'm on the defensive right and I get a push block. I would think because of Jen's buttons I should be able to just run up, get a standing medium, and go from there, right? But it's really not that easy. I need some time to figure it out, so I might change up the team a little bit or just focus more on getting in Jen as soon as possible just to get more playtime with her. Anyway, here's this guy's Red Ranger, going in and whatnot. Like I said, gave me trouble pretty much every time that we played. Just in those scramble situations, he was just always getting those hits. Goes for a cross under, so good on him. That one actually did catch me. So he does a late tag, which actually catches me off guard there. So I think after this combo, my Daishi should be dead. And there he goes. And then we're in with Macedon Sentry. So I anticipate him doing the cross under there, so I go for EX. Changes back into Red Ranger and does his EX. And I'm going to try and put in some work with Macedon Sentry here. That was a situation that I should not have jumped in. I don't know why I did there. End up attacking both characters there just to sit it down for just a quick second. Switches over to Shadow Ranger, but I'm able to block that because I saw it at the last second. Get a Macedon Sentry combo here going. I'm actually happy I got this at least once while I was playing today. Just to show you guys, some cool Macedon Sentry stuff, other than just zoning and whatnot. And just to show you guys that you actually can do it. So he's using his Megazord and whatnot. I'm trying to fight back here. I'm able to get two characters down with Macedon Sentry, so I'm feeling okay. I'm like, I got Megazord on board. I don't have a lot of life, but at least I have the momentum. But he's able to catch me with an EX after I do Wave Dash, and he takes the game there. Alright guys, so we got the run back here. With the same guy. Once again, we got Shadow Ranger Jason and Zeo Gold. I don't really agree with the team order. I think he should probably switch Jason with a Zeo Gold. I'm not the biggest fan of Zeo Gold's assist, but I think he's better as more of a support character. Jason is just better with, overall damage and just being a solid, reliable character. Anyway, so get a jump in there. Gonna do our Daishi bread and butter combo here. Able to get my setup into the Sunball. Sunball is very important for Daishi. If you don't have a Sunball at the screen, pretty much all the time, whenever you're doing pressure and whatnot, then I feel like you're doing something wrong. At least that's what I've come to learn with Daishi. It's like you always want that Sunball on the screen all the time. So if you ever have a chance to put it on there, put it on there. So I end up botching my input there. There are a lot of times where I will go crouching light into crouching medium by accident, because in that part of the combo you're supposed to do crouching light, first two hits of standing medium auto combo, hard, and then so on and so forth, right? But sometimes I end up getting that crouching medium and just screws everything up. So that should have been a dead character, but that's just the way it goes. So one thing this guy's actually doing really well that I want to stress to you guys is make sure you cover yourself whenever you are jumping in. Jumping in this game is a very risky thing to do just because of how high damaging of a game Power Rangers is, and the fact that you cannot block launchers in this game. So if you're jumping in and you think that, you know, because you can air block in this game that you can block, yeah, no. If you jump in, you're pretty much losing like anywhere from half to an entire character, so make sure you guys are very careful. One thing this guy was doing that was very important was, you know, covering his jump-ins, you know, with assists. Kind of like that. He'll jump in, call an assist to cover himself. There were a lot of situations where he was actually getting behind me as well, though. So I'm able to get punished off a super here. But I ended up missing that medium. I like doing that combo, but it is a little unreliable. Pretty much, I don't know, every gen that I see whenever they do their combos, you know, they throw out the spinning sword, then they do the uppercut kick, you know, off the pole vaulting maneuver, then I just want to do something a little bit different. And I just want to do stuff that looks cool. So I'm down to my last character here. As I mentioned before, this Jason has been like a pain for me in like all the games that we played. He was always getting the best of the scramble situations. Rather unfortunate for me. Jason's just a solid character, man. That on top of just, you know, getting the better of me in those scramble situations just meant that, you know, it was going to be quite a pain. So I'm trying to get something started here with Mastodon Sentry. You'll see me like dashing in a lot. I don't really like playing Mastodon Sentry in like a Zony style way, at least to a certain point. I know it's just part of his game plan, but it's like, you know, I want to run in, I want to get mix-ups, I want to do combos and stuff like that, and usually ends up getting killed. But, you know, I still like to try. There are situations where I try to just, you know, refrain from pushing Mastodon Sentry too hard and kind of just focusing more on his zoning, and then when the opportunity comes up to rush in. But, you know, give and take. I don't want to be like a boring Mastodon Sentry, at least not all the time. So anyway, he's able to take that game a lot more convincingly than the last one, but yeah, he was giving me trouble all night. Alright, so next up we have a Ranger Slayer, a Cat, and a Time Force Pink. This is a pretty difficult matchup for Daishi, because a lot of Daishi's anti-zoning tools are actually not as effective in actual matches as they would be on paper. I mean, Daishi is the run, right, which, you know, which gives him armor and allows him to plow through projectiles, right? But the problem with Daishi is that his armor does not kick in until he actually starts his run. If he's, you know, starting up for his run, you can still hit him out of that. So you can just, you know, hit him with projectiles all the live long day. You have to be very picky choosy with Daishi when you choose to actually do that. Generally against the more Zony style characters like your Udanas and your Ranger Slayers and your Mastodon Sentries, doing the run just like that, it's not that good unless they like buff the armor or something like that. Or at least the startup of the armor. That would make it a lot better. Anyway, end up missing my combo there when I went for, like, you know, the flaming up lion paw thingy, whatever the heck. Rather unfortunate. Ended up leading to his full combo, but he drops his combo, so I get my combo back, so yay! But I end up screwing it up. And this is why. I think that Daishi's hard auto combo, the second hit, actually has launcher properties to it. My thought was like, you know what, on the off chance that I might drop this combo, let me go for an easier route. So after I do the slash off of his run, I just went for a launcher, and it's like, it'll be fine, I'll just go for a medium and then do EX and kill the character, right? Yeah, it doesn't work. Like I said, the second hit of his hard auto combo I think has launcher properties, so when I did that third one, it just gave them like the launcher invincible state, which kind of screwed up everything. So, trying to figure out things with Gen here. I really need to spend more time playing with Gen, because I'm not very good with the neutral tools quite yet. And Daishi I'm a lot more comfortable with, just because he has a more solid game plan in terms of, like, you know, putting stuff on the screen to help you get started, and in combination with his mobility, I just feel a little bit better about it. That being said, Ranger Slayer is not a good matchup. just because she's a very evasive character with all of her mobility options between her slide and her away arrows and, you know, doing her leap and stuff like that. She's very evasive and very mobile, so she can get in and out, play a hit and run style very easily. Definitely a good character. I miss playing Ranger Slayer myself. Also, in combination with that, I'm just not really sure once again what to do after like those push blocking situations. So that was all they wrote for me in this game. Ended up losing that one. Got to lose one character, but you know, definitely some kinks I need to iron out with the team. Like, I have pressure setups with Jen, but I kind of need to work on what to do, like, you know, when we're kind of just, you know, trying to get to that position where we can start either doing combos or pressuring with your characters and whatnot. Alright guys, so next up we have a Red Ranger, Mastodon Sentry, and Lord Draken. I am now 3, 2, 1. So starts off with Jason Rekka's, which is, I mean, Jason Rekka's is actually a pretty good move. I actually think that move has some invincibility on it, which is just another thing that makes Jason really good. End up getting the best of a scramble situation there, end up going into full Daishi combo. Into Praise the Sun. Need to figure out a combo I can do after that. Actually, no, I just need to do Launcher in a situation like that where it just hits them raw like that. End up getting another scramble situation here in full Daishi combo. Praise the Sun. Praise the Sun. So I end up getting a cross up there amidst all that confusion. I think he probably called his assistant by accident. Not really sure. Full combo. End up missing my life there. The timing on that's a little bit tricky. So once again, I'm trying to actually get the run started, but as you guys can see, the startup for it just takes too long, so you generally don't get it. So I guess mines have some recovery on it, so I'm able to get a crouching light into full combo. Praise the Sun. End up calling Jen in here just because I want more practice with Jen. Goes for counter. I'm aware of it when I'm doing my jump in, but I didn't press a button, just go for throw. Tried to press buttons on Wake Up, but I hit him with a crouching light. Trying to get used to that. Now here's the thing about Lord Draken. I don't play a whole lot of Lord Draken, so Lord Draken's probably my worst matchup personally next to you, Donna, just because I don't know what Draken really does. Yes, I did the tutorial on him, but fighting him I feel like is completely different. There are a couple things that I try, like for instance, I noticed that he is doing the air option a lot, so I'm like, you know what, I should be able to anti-him, right? That one doesn't work because it misses, and then I think I tried it again later, but it ends up just ends up trading with him. So the obvious things to do to counter Lord Draken, I'm very uncertain of, and I kind of just have to play more and just work through it, or just prevent him from getting started. So I'm still trying to figure that out. It might be one of those situations where it's like when he does it, I have to push block it immediately so he can't get like a strain start or something like that. I don't know. But anyway, I had Megazord and stuff, so I ended up taking the game. Alright, so it looks like we got a Cat, Quantum Ranger, and Daishi. Once again, interesting order. I would have put Quantum Ranger last just because of how well-rounded of a character he is. Able to start off with a neutral jump hard. I had a feeling that he was going to try and anti-air me, so I was like, you know what, let me just jump straight up so I don't have to commit or anything like that. And if I hit him, yay, and if I don't, then oh well. End up missing my air medium there as part of the combo, so ends up getting out there. He ends up going in for like a dash when I went for a jump in, so he ended up crossing under me. I whiffed and he, you know, gets full combo. Drops his light. Now I'm getting wall cling a lot because one thing that I try to do with Daishi a lot is praise the sun, but what happens is I will walk backwards first and the game will still save that input, so whenever I press X I'll end up doing the wall cling, and then I'm already like thinking circle, so I'll end up switching walls and it just kind of screws me up. So that's something, you know, as a Daishi player that I kind of need to get used to. And just for you guys who are playing Daishi, just make sure that if you want to praise the sun, that you are not pressing the D-pad and just do special, because you'll get wall cling and you might switch walls and it'll screw you up, and then you'll be like, oh my gosh, like I didn't do that, and it's gonna suck. All right, anyway, so he's, you know, tagging characters. He has his Daishi in now. Able to get a hit on him here. End up missing my second jumping air medium, or air light there. So he's going full Daishi combo now. His combo's actually pretty cool here because he actually utilized both of his assists. I thought to myself, when he already used his OTG, I was like, how's he going to extend? Because the second OTG like doesn't hit up that high, and you know, he ends up using the cat scratch claw assist in order to extend. So he just goes for a cross up there, but I wasn't having any of it. So while the tail is there, I end up going for, you know, stuff. End up dropping my combo there. I think something about the Megazord coming in maybe messed up my timing or something like that, so I end up dropping the combo and end up eating all the damage.
And may the power protect you all.
Any last words?
So I'm not close enough to punish him there. I was afraid that if I dashed in again, he'd probably just do like EX. I'm not really sure what to do with Mastodon Tender in that situation. I probably should have just backed off, honestly. That was a tough situation for me. The thing about Quantum Red, whenever he does his teleport punch, there is, if he goes for the cross up, you kind of have to just guess that he's doing it, because if he just tries to go for it, it's really hard to react to. Like there's no indication prior that he's going to do it, or at least slow enough where you can just react to it, like on block. You kind of just have to think that he's going to go for the cross up. So that's a difficult situation. So he push box me at the right time and just runs up and gets a jab. And for the game, I really hope they do something with Quantum Red, as far as the Quantum Sword anyway, when they get to like the next season Power Rangers, whenever that is. Quantum Sword is still way too busted. I think they should go the Street Fighter V route that I talked about before. Alright, so we got a Time Force Pink, a Shadow Ranger, and a Gia. I guess Gia's not a bad anchor character, I just don't think that she gets enough damage to justify her being an anchor character. She gets 7,800, which is, you know, which is pretty good. But I kind of like her more of in a support slot. She's actually a lot better of a standalone character than I gave her credit for, but still. End up missing my light there. That happens sometimes. The timing for it is kind of tricky. You kind of just have to play around with it, practice it, feel it out, and eventually you'll get used to the timing. Once again, got my crouching medium there by mistake. Just working on, just praising the sun, you know. So I ended up missing my follow-up there somehow. I tried to praise the sun, but I did not praise the sun. So he goes for the Shadow Upper, which is unsafe, and you also cannot, you know, go back into the stance from it, so I'm able to get a punish from there. So for all you Shadow Ranger players, don't do Shadow Upper unless you know it's going to hit, because you can't go back into the stance from that. Everything else, yeah, you're fine. Goes for EX, which connects. So just trying to figure it out with Jen here, getting hit a lot. Does something unsafe, so I'm able to get a combo off of it. End up dropping that part because I'm trying to go for my cool combo, which is also my bread and butter combo. I'm also trying to work on some synergy between Jen and Mastodon Sentry. I kind of like Mastodon Sentry up front more because I can stagger his gunshots, giving Jen enough time to come out, so then I can actually go for like a mix-up or something like that. But it kind of works the other way too, just not as effectively. Like, you can, you know, do hidden missiles and then call out Mastodon Sentry to cover you while you're doing it. It's just not as effective. So we get the full combo here, and EX will wrap it up. Alright, so next up we have Udana Cat and Magna Defender. Once again, Udana I think is personally my worst matchup, and I think that she's probably like the online scourge of this game because of that move right there. Like I said, I think that they either need to give her landing lag or they need to either just get rid of the last ice ball that she shoots that is closest to her, because it makes her such a pain to deal with. Especially for characters like... I'm not going to say Daishi doesn't have any options to get in on Udana, it's just really difficult for him. I think he can catch her with like the roar at the right time, but like run isn't reliable and it's just really tough. Anyways, I'm doing combos and stuff, blah blah blah. So I'm thinking to myself, this'll kill, right? It does not kill. I do not like Daishi Super, like that, and it doesn't even cross up either, like, you know, like Maximum Wesker, like, it does not cross up, which is very, very unfortunate. So it doesn't cross up, and it has pitiful damage compared to, like, other Supers. I hope they buff the damage for it, just a little bit, just a teeny tiny bit. So I ended up getting an accidental hidden missile there. Get another one there. One of these days I'll figure it out with Jen. I promise. So I'm trying to get my Vortex game going there, but I ended up doing that part a little too quick. So I ended up messing up the Vortex game. Try again! So he ends up getting the anti-air there, which was really nice by him. It was a good call by him. Magna Defender has a really good anti-air just because of its hitbox. It is slow to start up, but if it's out, like, you're gonna get hit by it. It has a nice hitbox. So I'll go EX into Super here. I'm kind of focused on getting Jen out of here, I think, at this point. Yes, I am. So we're back into Daishi here. Daishi I feel a lot more comfortable with because, once again, like between Daishi's mobility options and praising the sun, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. End up catching him with an upward flaming paw there. Yeah, so I end up effing up my combo there. He goes for an up back and I anti-air him. Once again, jumping very, very risky. And for the lion paw. Yeah. Make sure you know your ranges when you jump, guys, because if you get caught, that's gonna be a dead character. At least in the right hands, I think. And depending on how much life you have left. If you take a few hits and the opponent has meter and you get hit with that anti-air launcher, you dead. You dead. Alright, looks like we got a Magna Defender, we got Jason, and Shadow Ranger. Once again, I would switch the position of Shadow Ranger and Jason, but that is still okay. Jason's really good at everything. And Shadow Ranger does have the tools to defend himself when his chips are down and you're on your less character. He's a pretty good choice as well, but I'd still switch that. Alright, so we're in there. My opponent's doing stuff, I'm fishing around, I'm praising the sun. Trying to use the alpha drop a little bit more just because I like the ambiguity of it. Also, even though you can't get a combo of it, similar to Cat's dive kick, you can still apply pressure, which is okay. So this particular point I was just waiting for Jen to come in so I can just get the missile started. End up tagging two characters. So in this situation, I kind of just had a brain fart. Like my muscle memory for like a couple of combos was just gone. I have no idea where it went. Everything just felt so weird. Alright, so he runs in and smacks me upside the head with some buttons and whatnot. Block the EX. EX isn't safe, can get a full punish, but I effed it up. So I ended up dropping my crouching light there for combo. Just waiting for an attempt to hit him. Alright, we got it there. Praise the sun. Keep Jen in here, try to do something with Jen. I waited way too light on the EX, so I was like, I'm trying to make up this stuff on the fly. I don't know what to do, man. Alright, get some missiles in here, call in Macedon Sentry so I can approach. Get the Vortex started, over to the other side. What do I do this time? Alright, we go for an instant overhead cross-up. But I try to do the hard after that. Don't do the hard. Don't do air medium hard if you're going through like the instant air cross-up. Just because she will carry her momentum and you'll just end up being away from your opponent. Just go for, if you're going to go for the cross-up, just do medium. At least that close to the ground like I did. Nope, end up missing that last hit. End up going for super just because I wanted to do something cool to end the round. So we do super. Super looks cool, right? So I tried to get a little bit of the Vortex game going. Still need to figure that out, what like the best things are. Alright guys, so got another match here for you. We're going up against a Jason, Goldar, and Time Force Pink. Let's see how this goes. I mean, I know how it goes. I was there. I did it. So I was anticipating Jason doing the what do you call it? You know, the backwards roll with the gunshots. I need to be better about stopping Daishi with either like a cancel or just praising the sun in a situation like that. Usually, by the time the opponent does a projectile. When Daishi's at full screen and does the run, they'll usually recover in enough time to block whatever Daishi does. So doing the run at full screen, not a very effective thing to do with Daishi unless you know your opponent is just committed to chucking projectiles and whatnot. Not a particularly good choice. Alright, give him the dunk, and that takes care of one character. Go for the cross-up, didn't work out. Push bosses at the right time. I was getting ready to do Praise the Sun, but ended up not working out. Because he push blocked. So I'm getting comboed and stuff. Misses the launcher. But he gets a jump in there. Can't confirm off the combo. Goes into Jen Scott's. So I end up getting like a standing light out of that. I have no idea what I was trying to do there. But anyway, we got Jen Scott on Jen Scott. Also, another thing I'm getting used to with Time Force Pink is the fact that her anti-air launcher, so to speak, is like forward double tap special for like the, you know, the uppercut kick thingy. Yeah. I have to get used to that too. So he goes for a full combo. I'm like, this is fine. Jen doesn't do a whole lot of damage. That was actually pretty cool. I actually did not know you could do that. Alright, so it's my turn. I end up not going for super because, like I said, Jen really doesn't do spectacular damage, so dumping all the meter into it, I didn't think was worth it. Alright, so we got the cross up there. That's the thing I'm trying to do with Jen. That was a really nice anti-air grab that he did there. That was pretty cool. I did not expect him to do that, but that was pretty awesome. Alright, so we switch to Macedon Sentry. I want to heal up Jen a little bit. Chucking some projectiles and stuff and things. At this particular point, I'm just trying to play more within the confines of the character, so I'm kind of focusing more on zoning, a little bit less on going in, but I'm trying to take my opportunities if he gets close enough to me. Kind of like situations like this. You know, I had the missiles up, so I, you know, got a chance to do something, and we're going into full Macedon Sentry combo here. I don't even bother with like the rest of the combo. I'm just like, let me EX and get this over with. So I get chucked. So I took a risk here just because I was up 2 characters and I didn't want him to attempt to do his Megazord. So I took a chance here and went for it. Ended up not working out too well for me. So I ended up getting like a no cross-up. That actually was a mistake. I did not mean to do missiles in that situation. At the last second when he jumped over me, it actually crossed me up. So I ended up getting missiles instead of uppercut kick. And, you know, that's pretty much what happened. Anyway, guys, that'll do it for these matches. I hope you enjoyed them. Let me know what you think, and I'll be back to you later with future videos. This is ParkerLad, and I'll see you guys next time.